Well, howdy there. Today I am building the most useless Lego machine that I can think of. This might get crazy. Okay, I have an idea of what I think I want my machine to do, and I actually think it's more useless than the famous useless machine where you turn the machine on and it immediately turns itself off. So you aren't gonna know what it is until the very end. I'm gonna keep that a surprise, but you guys can try and guess while I'm building it. All right, I'm gonna start by gathering some Lego pieces and see where this goes. I'll need a lot of these. And a few of those. I think I need a base. I think all of my nicely colored bases are being used in other builds, so it's probably just gonna have a green base. Maybe I'll try and make the rest of it green themed. So I think what we're gonna have is a wall that goes all the way around here. And at the top, there's gonna be 3 hoppers. I brought these things over that we had set out just so I can have a little bit more. I think if I connect these 2 pieces like this, we'll create a pretty good structure. And then we have these pieces that can go up the sides. I think I'm getting a pretty useful shape for what I want. I think we'll just lock this together. This is gonna work. Okay, so we have our little 5-layer walled thing and our little bowl. We might actually end up ditching this whole thing after all, but for now, we'll keep it. I need to build a ramp. Now, ramps are pretty easy to build out of Legos. You just cover a plate and tiles. I need to make now an detachable bowl. This will be good for a base. Building a red wall here to block off the inside, and it's gonna be red so that when you slide the drawer in, it like shows where to put it. It's like a little safety feature. Because when you're using useless stuff, you need to be safe. There is the front of our useless machine. Does it look bad? Maybe. Maybe. Now I need to install this ramp somehow. It's gonna need a hinge of some sort. Excuse me one moment. Hinge acquired. I need to change my camera battery. All right, a new camera battery, and about 5 minutes later, we developed this. But there's a hinge on the back, a hinge on the front that holds the ramp at that angle there. And that same angle allows us to just pop our drawer in right underneath it, and it's gonna work. And then I need to build like a platform at the top. And then the base of our build is done. Very good. Looks pretty cool. I do say so myself. I haven't used this in a while, so I can borrow these. We just got to fill in the inside now and build the hopper. Should be done within like an hour, I think, unless we run into issues. Okay, I think I have a plan of how we're going to completely mechanize. I was going to say mechanicize. It's not a word. Springs are one of those really, really useful things to have a lot of. So I've got some of those springs that we need. Now I need this bin, which has axles, which are these Lego things. We need a couple of those, the longest ones I have, that are the same length. Okay, I have two shorter ones that'll probably work the same, so we'll just use those instead. That's exactly what they're supposed to do right there. I need two of these. Okay, so we got our little setup like this. These pieces can slide forward, and that's exactly what we have to attach our hopper to. Let's see if I can do this on the first try. Yeah, there we go. Okay, got that one in. We did it, guys. Now the problem is we have to now take that off and build a second one because this, I think it's too flimsy. It flops around too much. So we're going to add two at the back. I'm going to take my jacket off right now because I'm getting kind of warm. Now I actually have to figure out how I'm going to install the hopper because I can't access the pieces on the back. I think I'm going to just kind of crack off this back panel. That right there, and then I can access everything. I think I'm going to break everything out and add a little tile ramp underneath it for it to slide smoothly. I always do this. I'm building something and then I have an idea and I have to break everything out, but I don't see an alternative. Fortunately, everything else is lining up, so it doesn't look like I'll have to break out a whole lot of stuff. Just I have to wrench out that back section, but that's why I built that like I did. We did it. Those were covered with gray pieces, and so now those will fit right inside of that space, and it'll work pretty good. So now our spring can go on there. Now I'm going to use these pieces to, if I don't lose any, to hold those springs down. I think we're going to try and lock those together. And then reinstall this back panel. And now, except for filling in the front, picking up the drawer I knocked on the ground, and adding a top, our useless machine is done. I'm going to go do all that stuff and then present the final project to you. And then you'll get to know what it's actually supposed to do. So the first step to run this machine is you have to take off the top lid. That's one way to take it off. But you have to take it off so that you can access the two hoppers. Now, I think you'll probably agree with me when I said that this is the ultimate useless machine, because what it does is unsorts Lego pieces. You put one type of sorted Lego brick, either sorted by color, or sorted by piece, or sorted by both, into one hopper, another type into another hopper, press the button forward, and in the drawer you will end up with unsorted Lego pieces. And you could have literally just poured them into the drawer yourself, but this baby here does it mechanically. I have here some 1x1 slopes, or cheese slopes as they're possibly more commonly called. And I'll put one color into one hopper, the other color into the other hopper. Turn it around here so you can see what I do. Just press the spring-loaded button forward. Tip it to make sure everything falls in. And pull out the drawer, and I have my unsorted Lego slopes. Right there. The ultimate definition of uselessness. Bruh. Subscribe for an invisible cookie. You'll never know if you get it, but you will.